Hey, what's going on YouTube? If you are watching this on Sunday, I want to say happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. In this video, I'm going to tell you a story because I think it's kind of interesting. It's a story about my A6000. So let's go ahead and get started. So as many of you know, I purchased an A6000 several years ago, and it's been a great camera. Recently, my wife and I went back to Oregon to visit family, and she forgot it back there. Now, she has been using the A6000 for her vlog channel, and I still use it on occasion to film when I need two cameras at the same time. So, long story short, the camera was mailed to us here in Texas by our relatives, and it wasn't packaged very well, unfortunately. FedEx delivered it, and it came broken. Now, when I opened this about 2 days ago, the lens would just flop open. This is the 16-50 kit lens. So the lens would just flop in and out. I have since opened it up and tried to fix it, but if I power on the A6000, this is what you see. So it says cannot recognize lens, attach it properly, even though the lens is attached. And what's interesting is that the front of the lens pokes out a little bit, as you can probably tell in this video. So a kit lens is only about $130 or so. So it's not very expensive. I wasn't too concerned about having a broken kit lens. What worried me more was that the A6000 would not power on. So when I received it, it just would not turn on at all. When I removed the lens from the camera body, I noticed that the shutter was completely closed like this. And even though I tried changing out multiple batteries, I swapped out probably 6 different batteries, removed the SD card. Now, one of the things that I did was remove the battery and then turn the camera on and then push all of the buttons twice. Apparently that's one way to reset an A6000. That did not work. And so I was pretty sad because I thought my A6000 was dead and gone for good. So I ended up removing the battery and the SD card, and I just left the camera on my computer desk overnight. The following morning, I put a fresh battery in, and surprisingly, the shutter came back to life and the camera worked perfectly. So the lens obviously didn't work, but using other lenses with this camera, it was fine. So kind of a weird story. I don't know what exactly happened, but my guess is during transport, because the camera was not packaged well, there's no bubble wrap really. My guess is the camera turned on, it was probably dropped, the lens was hit, and it either retracted or didn't retract, and it forced the camera to go into some sort of limp mode. That's my theory anyway. But for those of you who do have an A6000, just something to be aware of. Be careful with these cameras. Obviously, if you're mailing this to someone, if you're selling it, or if you're buying one, they are fairly durable cameras, but they can break if you are dropping them. And if you do have an A6000 that doesn't power on and is not responding to any sort of inputs, then something that you should definitely try is removing the battery and just leaving it alone for a few hours and then trying it again. Because that seemed to work. I've been using it over the last couple of days and it has been working perfectly. Kind of weird, but I am happy to have the A6000 back. Now, in the meantime, while the camera was broken and inoperable, I was really thinking about what I could buy to replace the A6000. Obviously, I could get another A6000, but because my wife uses this camera primarily for vlogging, I wanted to try something new. I bought this little guy, which is the Sony A5100, and I have a smile on my face because it's so small and it's kind of a cool camera. So I will be posting a video about this and maybe doing a little side-by-side comparison in the near future, so check that out. But so far I have to say that I am liking this A5100, and this is the big selling point. You have a flip-out screen, so for those of you who are vloggers, maybe something worth considering. But that will be a separate video. I have several things that I am very excited to show you guys in the coming weeks. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you guys for all the support. If you guys have any questions about the A6000, or if you have issues or stories about your A6000 and or lens breaking, let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you guys are interested in seeing a breakdown of the kit lens, that is how to disassemble it, I can definitely put together a video to show you how to do that. Just let me know down below if you would find that interesting. Thank you guys again, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.